Hi, Keith Townsend from the CTOadvisor.com with hopefully a helpful video on when to decipher when OPEX savings is really a savings. Especially in the storage, hyperconverged space, I'm saying this an awful lot. We'll talk through how people savings or people time savings equals OPEX savings. So if you can upgrade a cluster at a click of a button, migrate storage, provision VMs without having to provision LANs, that saves people time. However, that's not always an easy way to calculate a return on an investment, at least a return on an investment that will matter. You can say, okay, across 100 sites, we save a half an hour per person a day, which is a tremendous amount of time from a pure productivity perspective. But a lot of times, depending on your angle of who you're going to discuss an investment with, that half an hour of time across 100 sites may not mean an awful lot. If you're going to finance and say, hey, you know what, I can save a half an hour of a person's time across 100 sites, the first question they're going to ask is, oh, so you're going to reduce your headcount and we'll see actual OPEX savings. If that doesn't happen, then you're going to have a hard time selling a product based on the return on investment on OPEX savings. However, in the same case, if you're in a situation where you have an MSP, managed service provider, and you make that same argument, well, that's a real savings. Across 30 minutes, across 100 sites, across, let's say, 30 pooled employees, is a reduction of work on the managed service providers, and you should see a reduction in your managed service provider bill. Another area where OPEX savings will most definitely come into play is if you're a group tasked with doing more with less. From a practical perspective, this is goal setting time of the year. Your manager is coming to you more than likely saying, Sarah, I need you to do this much work, but I'm only giving you the same amount of resources or even less than I did last year. This is where Sarah can go to her manager and say, hey, you know what? We have this really impossible goal to meet, but I think we can meet it potentially by implementing this hyperconverged solution, this new fangled storage array, whatever the solution, because I'll be able to alleviate pressure on my time because of the automation that comes along with this solution. That really appeals to that level of management. Visit me on the web, thectoadvisor.com, and on Twitter @CTOadvisor. Talk to you guys next coffee chat.